When you're at point zero, it's not easy to know where to get started and what your next step should be. Do you create a website, a Fiverr profile, a LinkedIn account? And what do you exactly put there if you don't have any previous experience? And who would hire you if you haven't done anything yet that can demonstrate that you're a good performer and that you can deliver? So in this video, just like you saw in the title, I'm going to share how you can get your first ever marketing jobs or your first ever marketing experience that you can leverage into getting more and better jobs in the future. But hey, if we're just meeting, my name is Elif and I talk about marketing, career, and productivity to help you succeed in the first years of your career. So if you're new here and you end up enjoying this video, you can subscribe. It's totally free, and don't forget to also like this video by the end if you like it. For this video, I'll assume that you have already identified a handful of areas, if not a single one, that you are very interested in, that you want experience in, and also are willing to work for free in exchange of feedback, experience, and mentoring. And if you haven't, there's many videos on the channel where I talk about the main paths in marketing, which will be very helpful. So I'll link a couple of those as resources for you in the description or the comments below. And if you want to go ahead and check out those first before this video, then be my guest, do that first, and then revisit this one. But now let's get to the juicy part of this video. In almost all areas of marketing, you can apply the next few steps that I'm going to share and get your first jobs in marketing. And sometimes the first one will be free, but then the money will follow later. And if at this point you're thinking, why the hell should I work for free? I can actually count many reasons for doing this, but I'm going to save that to an upcoming video. So stay tuned and subscribe to get notified when that goes live. But in the meantime, I'm just going to leave you with an example here. So what I do on YouTube, this is free work. And I've been doing this for so many years already, and it's totally free work. It's just now starting to kind of pay off and starting to bring me more opportunities and starting to bring money, but seriously not compared to a full-time income that I could have been making. This is free work for me basically. And I know many other entrepreneurs who've started their journeys in a similar fashion. They also worked for free for a while and then the money followed. And there are many other examples on this. I'm actually going to give you one more example. I recently watched a video by Elizabeth Phillips, who is the personal assistant of Ali Abdaal. Both are creators that I really enjoy following and that I really love their work. And she also talked about this in one of her latest videos where she mentions how she became the personal assistant to Ali by actually offering free help in the beginning. So that's actually a very powerful video, very good argument. I'm gonna link that in the description box below. So if you're interested in hearing about why it makes sense to work for free in the beginning, I think she has a very valid argument in that video. So go ahead and watch that if you're now thinking, you know, what the hell. But now let's get to the steps that you can follow to find your first ever marketing job. The number one step I have for you is paying attention to your favorite creators. And let's be honest here, we all consume content online, whether it is on LinkedIn, whether it's on YouTube, whether TikTok, whether Instagram, whether a blog, website, whatever it is, we consume content online these days. Everyone does. So when you're doing this, pay attention to your favorite creators. I'm sure you've identified a couple that you resonate the most with and that you really truly enjoy following them and don't ever want to miss the next content that they publish. So make your small list of creators and start paying attention to what they are voicing out in terms of their challenges. Sometimes it's not a business challenge, or sometimes they don't voice it out as a business challenge, but you will be able to recognize it. Try to read between the lines where they're talking about what they do, their daily processes, where they struggle, where they feel good at, and where they feel that they need to up-level their skills. For example, let's say that you have a couple of creators that you really enjoy following on YouTube and they're making videos. So ask yourself, can their video editing be improved? Or do you think that they should be covering certain topics that they haven't yet covered, but you think that it's going to resonate really well with their audience because you've been also a follower of that channel and you know the audience as well because you're one of them? How about if they don't repurpose their content for social media, but you really think that they should because it's going to bring them so much more leads and so much more potential? Or maybe you're really talented with TikTok and you realize that their content would do really well on TikTok, but they're not doing it. How about their website or email marketing? Maybe you're a copywriter or want to become one, so this is your chance. If they don't have a blog, you can offer your help to build them a blog or start writing blog posts for them, maybe repurposing content from their other channels. So this first step is all about identifying the opportunities yourself and finding the opportunities that really align with your interests and what you want to learn more of. And also you're approaching these creators because you really like their content. There is something that speaks to you. Either it's the industry that they're working in that's really interesting, either it's their personality personality, their style, something about them is attractive to you and you want to get experience in a certain area that they are lacking in or that they can really use your help in. So how about offering your skill in exchange for that experience? The fact that you identify those opportunities yourself and reach out to those people is not only going to show that you're really interested in, that you're really passionate about this and want to get experience in, but you're also different than 99% of the population. And don't quote me on this statistic because I'm making it up, but I'm nearly sure that this is pretty much right. Like, you will be different than 99% of the population if you kind of identify the opportunities yourself and you're bold enough and audacious enough to do the outreach and put yourself out there to get that experience. Next one is identifying small businesses that you feel aligned with and that you'd like to offer your free help in exchange of experience, mentoring, feedback, links, exposure, whatever it may be. And obviously, after a while, your expectation is that this is going to turn into money somehow, either when they hire you or when you can leverage that experience into getting a job somewhere else. But your main goal here is to get that experience, because remember, you're at point zero and you don't know where to begin. And I'm specifically referring to small businesses over large companies, because large companies tend to have these more complex processes for recruitment, for hiring, and it's difficult to find the right recruiter or the right person within the company to do the outreach. And also, usually they will not be able to accept free help because they will have other kind of processes or policies for hiring team members. In essence, it's just a different ballgame, and it's just easier to get a hold of people who are founders or owners of the small businesses. So right now, if you're thinking, but where do I find these small businesses? They are everywhere. Maybe it's a baker shop in your local neighborhood, or maybe it's an online shop that you were a customer before, you really like, I don't know, it's a t-shirt shop and you really like their designs. So look for them in your local and online communities and research the founders, the owners of those businesses. Do an outreach using social media, or if they have their emails publicly shared, then you can also reach out to them via their emails. And if they haven't shared their emails publicly, it's no big deal. There are so many tools to use these days to find people's emails. So if you don't want to do your outreach using social media, you can always find their emails in different ways. Next up is using platforms like Acadium or Riipen for mentorship or internship programs that potentially lead to hiring. There's a video on my channel where I extensively talk about Acadium, introduce the platform to you, talk about the benefits. And the thing is, after filming that video, I actually personally worked with 2 apprentices through Acadium, which was a great experience for me. And I was also told that it was a great experience for my apprentices as well. I've actually had many students and other people reaching out to me after watching that video and telling me that they've signed up with Acadium and their experience was wonderful as well. Some of them were actually hired by the company that they did an apprenticeship with, and some of them were hired by other companies even before they finished their apprenticeship. So it's really, really great platform. Definitely take advantage of it. And with that said, I'm actually going to move to the final step, which is doing freelance, contract, or part-time jobs using freelance communities, using Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist even, remote job boards or regular job boards, or sometimes even Facebook groups. I really find them useful for finding job opportunities, by the way, and I'm not a fan of using Facebook personally, but I really do like using it for the groups and community features. And if you don't know, I actually run a private Facebook group as well called Marketing A. It's an extension of this YouTube community that we have over here. So it is a place where we kind of give feedback to each other, share daily insights, sometimes processes, sometimes ask questions, find answers. It's just a good space for marketers in the early years of their career and trying to find answers, trying to find their voice and their communities. So if you're not there yet, this is an invitation for you to check out the link that I have in the description box below and request to join the group. Now that I covered the steps to finding those opportunities, identifying those opportunities, I want to also mention, when you're reaching out to people to offer your help or your services, remember that this is your sales pitch. And as a marketer or a potential marketer, you really need to have a good intro line and you really need to highlight your offer. Focus on what's in it for the person that you're reaching out to. What is the value for them? Why should they invest their time and energy into working with you, even if you're offering free help? Remember that mentoring someone takes a lot of time, and time is the most scarce thing that people have. So even if you're offering free help, you're still going to take away their time that they could be spending on something else. You still need to be convincing about the value, the output that they're going to be getting out of this engagement. So don't think that they will just take you up on your offer because it's free. It takes a lot of time on their part, and you need to be convincing about what's in it for them. They likely have more than one person who's offering free help, and there is a reason why they're not getting involved with other people. So you still need to show what you're bringing to the table. And finally, I want to leave you off with this. You don't have to do this this forever. This is just a temporary thing that you're going to do because you want the experience, because you're trying to figure out what you want to do exactly, because you want to get that experience to get another job, to get a higher paying job in the future. As someone who's in the game for 10 years already, I can truthfully say that this is going to be a very precious, very priceless experience for you that you can use as a stepping stone for your career. And that's all for me today. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button because it means a lot, but also it helps us to reach more people with this video, with this content. And if you're not subscribed already, go ahead, subscribe. What are you waiting for? It's totally free and you can unsubscribe at any time if you no longer enjoy the videos. So go ahead and subscribe and I will be so happy to have you in the community. Thanks for watching till the very end and I'll see you next time. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.